Good evening, all. Thank you, everyone, for being with us here today. We are pleased to have you with us on day 4 of Damncon 21. We also extend a warm welcome to those who are new to the event. I, Ananya, and my mate Gopal will be your hosts for the day. A special thanks to Mr. Samon Nath and Mr. Aditya Shende for joining us today. It's an honor to be graced by the presence of such accomplished personalities. We are grateful for you to accept our invitation. We are looking forward to your guidance in our new beginnings. Moving on, I would like to invite our very first guest, Mr. Samon Nath. Samon sir is the CEO of Damn Secure Pentesting Hub, which provides complete security solutions, courses, educational material, and practical knowledge. He has been appreciated by various institutes such as NCSC Netherlands, ACSC, NCIIPC, Microsoft, and Google as a security researcher. He is a well established bug hunter and a penetration tester. Not taking much of your time, I would request Mr. Samonath to address the gathering.
So hello everyone. Let's don't waste our time. Let's come on to a topic. So basically, the introduction was very cute. Thanks Ananya for introducing me. So I hope the screen is visible to everyone. Okay. So today we will be moving with a very simple topic: how to approach in bug bounty or how to start with bug bounty, as it's a very it's a very coming up field in this cyber world. People such as in the age of 16, 17, they are getting a bounties of $20,000 or $17,000 or something like that, so they can earn money, as well as they are also getting and knowing about more vulnerabilities, more about security glitches and everything. So for this, the session will be totally simple. We will be starting with introduction to bug bounty, then path to bug bounty, then bug bounty platform where to actually hunt. Then we will be moving to report writing, my journey of bug bounty, and some secret tips. So let's start. What is bug bounty? People who don't know about bug bounty, so it's the word bug and bounty are totally different. Bug means to find any of the issues which are present in an application or in a softwares or anything. So when we include this to word bug and bounty, that means when we are providing a security issue to a company or an organization, and in return they are providing some cash reward or something, that is called bug bounty. So I hope the bug bounty concept is clear to everyone. Now let's moving on to how to start. The thing is that people are getting, yes, I want to start bug bounty, so let's go on hacker one, let's go on bug crowd, and let's take a private program and then hunt on that. So definitely it's not a good way of starting your bug bounty. First of all, you need to maintain 5 steps, which I preferred to do. First step goes with understanding. So first you need to understand how the things are working. Like in different, if you are testing in any of the applications, in any of the uh, say sites, WordPress sites, or like the Laravel sites or any other framework, or if you are testing on Android applications or iOS applications. So it's totally different. First you need to understand, like if I send a request to the server, it will be what type of request we are sending, and how the request is forwarding. It is the request is actually forwarding in get request, or it's a post type of request, or like the packet which are transferring is an encrypted packet or not. If the server is located in Germany, what type of language they are accepting, what are the headers that are going from there. Similarly, you need to first understand what is happening at the back end. Then you need to observe. So second thing, that observation thing, like first, if you get the understanding about what is happening and what all the things, take a example of say XYZ site. xyz.com is a site, and you can like observe what are the features present. So there can be features like cookie are taken, like cookies are there, there can be sessions id, there can be API keys, there can be contact forms from where you can contact the organization. There can be like the URL which is having some code, the HTTP access and HTTP passwords can be enabled, and it can be openly visible to everyone. So the thing you need to first jot down all the things by observing if a site is dynamic, I will be going this type of vulnerability. If a site is static, I will be going with this type of vulnerability. Or if an android application is there, first you can take the android application is exploitable to say login, if it is having a login functionality, if it is exploitable to sql database, sql like injection or not. Third and the most thing is to make a map. First you like you understand the things, then you observe the thing, and now you can make up now you plot a map. Like if I got a contact form, there can be possibilities of os injection, there can be possibilities of xss, there can be possibilities of request tampering, there can be like anything can happen, there are many vulnerabilities. Mentioning some of this. So why I'm telling you to make a map, like what's happened, which I see the most common problem of children's
Guys, due to some network issue, the technical glitch, we would be joining back in few minutes. Uh, please wait for a few minutes. We will be right back. Thank you.
The Bug Crowd platform is the fastest way to access diverse security skills that continuously add value to your organization. First, we'll connect you with solutions that add the most value, like bug bounty, penetration testing, attack surface management, and vulnerability disclosure programs. When you're ready, we'll begin plugging your team into our on-demand cybersecurity workforce. Don't worry, our trust and triage engine will always vet expertise and validate reports, saving you valuable time. With standardized workflows repeatable as you scale, your team can hit the ground running. The platform will help build incentivization frameworks that optimize submissions, while also calibrating and retesting to deliver resilient security outcomes, all while managing the expertise needed for end-to-end execution. Finally, the customer console keeps you in the driver's seat, providing you everything you need to be successful, empowering you to fix faster with integrations that roll directly into your SDLC. The Bug Crowd platform is the fastest way to access diverse security skills that continuously add value to your organization. First, we'll connect you with solutions that add the most value, like bug bounty, penetration testing, attack surface management, and vulnerability disclosure programs. When you're ready, we'll begin plugging your team into our on-demand cybersecurity workforce. Don't worry, our trust and triage engine will always vet expertise and validate reports, saving you valuable time. With standardized workflows repeatable as you scale, your team can hit the ground running. The platform will help build incentivization frameworks that optimize submissions, while also calibrating and retesting to deliver resilient security outcomes, all while managing the expertise needed for end-to-end execution. Finally, the customer console keeps you in the driver's seat, providing you everything you need to be successful, empowering you to fix faster with integrations that roll directly into your SDLC.
अरे यार.
So, guys, we have resumed the session. So, would be continuing on. So, moving on, I would like to introduce Mr. Aditya Shende, aka the young white hat hacker. He completed his education in BSc Computer Science from MIT Pune. He has 5-year experience in the pen testing, bug bounty, and is also skilled with web exploitation. Talking about his certification, he has completed CEH, CHFI, and is still pursuing the RHCSS certification. Nevertheless, he has been appreciated by the Indian government for his great contribution towards the national cyber safety. Delivered training to more than 2,000 students as well as the corporate professionals. Delivered session to more than 500 people. To acknowledge his more achievements, he is listed in the top 5 hackers of Dell.com, listed in the top 3 hackers for BlueJeans.com, listed in the top 20 hackers of MasterCard, and listed in the Bugground leaderboard. Mr. Aditya has achieved Hall of Fame from Nokia, EFF, JobReg, HubSpot, Google, Dell, International Information Security System, iRobot, Jet, Dev, Apple, Microsoft, and acknowledgement by Lumosity Labs. Sir, I invite you to please address the gathering.
Okay, so hi guys, my name is Aditya Shende and thank you Damncon for this great conference. And now I will take over. So on that part, I'll be talking about dependency confusion. So what exactly is that, and how we are going to approach, or how we are going to take a look on that. So we'll start on that in just a sec for this one. I'll just hop in. Okay. So on this basis, if you see, this is my introduction. So those people who don't know who I am, I'm from India. As obviously, I have a bug bounty. I'm a bug bounty hunter and trainer. Currently working as red team operations in Agritronics and pursuing cybersecurity in UEA from United Kingdom. And my most of the interest is in web apps, functional exploit, business logic issues, and I do love bikes. So let's get on the topic. So topic is dependency confusion, where we'll be throwing out the information. So what's the dependency confusion? So if you see, it's a confusion attack. Also, you can say supply chain substitution attack, where a software installer script is tricked into a downloading malicious code from public repository. So, or another part, it's a intended file for the same name on an internal repository. So on this image, you will be get bit confused. This is like a basic image which I made. But if you see the differences in that, in the above image, the public package contains a higher version. So as you can see, the high version is 1456, and the another version is malicious, which is 1337. Not in the another case, but a private package have the higher version. In the public package, it's have a malicious version is 1337. So as a result, if you see this, if the package indexing is not completed properly or they are not configured properly, it will automatically retrieve the higher version from the public repository. So for an example, if you are using the version of, let's suppose, 2.0, and if publicly version is disclosed about 4.0, so it will automatically retrieve the original version from public registry. So actually, how we can go with the finding private packages? So there are some multiple methods. So if you see this one, that how we can find a private packages. So within organization, so we have a specific screenshot, so don't worry about it. So in this case, I've used a Samsung and package.json using nuclei. Meanwhile fuzzing or meanwhile brute forcing directories, you will find package.json sometimes, but many people reported this issue as in P4 category, but they really don't escalate. So I must say, I will give a tip about it, that you should check each and every package what's the version in it. So obviously you can use the filters like language.json. This is the dark or syntax, you can say. In org, I'm looking for Samsung, and then after a package.json part, and the filter which I choose, which is language JSON. So in this example, if you see the screenshot, so org is Samsung and the package is package.json. So if you see, there is a package.json part, and in it package.json, they have disclosed their version also. So as I said, it can be found using nuclei also, nuclei template. So you have find package.json, package log.json. So it will help you a lot meanwhile you are testing for dependency confusion attacks. So we'll be going through the case study. So there are already publicly available many plugins, you can actually check on that. So this is the package. The package type is a private. So we have to first download, and once we have download, we have to check if the package is private, exist or not. So how we can do that? So if you see the command, which is confuse-l npm package.json, so it says that issues no found, following packages are not available in public package repository. And then there is a package name, so ESLint plugin flipper. So we have to check on official website also, so if the package exists or not. So after that, we have to go for creating malicious package, or you can say you have to go for the main exploit, or you can say attack strategy. So how we can do that? So in this case, if you see, there are commands that we need to go. So up install npm for installing the following commands. So after npm login, so this is the command for login credentials. You have to obviously create the account on a website, and then you have to log in with your credentials. So we use npm init command for creating the package. So once we have created the package, after the successful creation of the package, package.json file, we have to, or we need to edit the created file, execute our own script. So in the next slide, if you see, there is a bit code. You will see that this is a big code which includes index.js extension. So meanwhile, when I was in India, I was working on some of the projects in npm and all of those things. So I made some a small framework with Node.js. I was very worried about it because I really don't know how it works. So then after I started research on it, and it was pretty easy if we go with that one. So using this slide, you won't get properly. Don't worry. I'll be posting this slide on my speaker deck. So once we done that, so we have two files right now, which is package.json and index.js. So we have to publish, or you can say pushing that into a public registry. So before publishing that, we have to check if public registry make sure that that specific name or package version that doesn't exist in public registry. So if you want to publish the package, or you can say command is this, which is npm publish. So once we publish that one, so it will a bit look like this one. So as you can see, the information, the package does not have read NMD and different other things. So the published package contains the higher version compared to the original. So it may sound very theoretical, or it may sound very you can say boring in bit, but this attacks is really uh, good, and many people got the pretty good bounty on the research basis. You can obviously go with the Python also. So if you see this, the version is, as you can see, the higher version 1.0.0, and it is published few seconds ago. This is the higher version than original one. So the packages or our package.json file pre-install script which execute in the index.js. So index.js file which we made in this one, so it will execute the commands and it will obtain the host name, directory, IP address, username shown below. So for example, you have like this one. So we have this information, and as you can see, the p parameter includes the plugin name, which is ESLint plugin flipper, and there is another information about root, DNS, IP address, and usernames. So when we create that, we have a bit information. So on this basis, if you see this one, so it includes some information about the version, which is the latest one, and the username as in shown below. So once we check the information, we have to go for the exploit. So once we check, there are some takeaways that we need to look for. So for testing purpose, you can obviously go with, there is a repository of Facebook Flipper plugin. This is the same which I shown you. Just for example, I took the Samsung. So at another point, when we get into this, so there is a lower version which is in ESLint package, or you can say plugin flipper, which is 0.0. If you want to get the information about the more dependency confusion, you can actually ping me on my social media. So basically, this is the attack. It was submitted to Facebook bug bounty program. However, it was rejected since the package ESLint plugin flipper is not distributed on npmjs.com. So although there are some instructions, setup instruction advise people to use yarn, and this is not valid issue for the Facebook bug bounty program. So, but if we go with the real-time exploit, or if we go with the another organization, if they have their own packages, you can perform the attack actually. So once we perform this one, and another point I want to say the thank you. This is not the thank you one, because I know what I'm going to do about it. So when you are going through the Python, you have to check for the requirements also. So in Python base, you are not allowed to do same thing, but there is some research you have to go for. So as in this case, I will show you. So in this case, as you can see, org Samsung, and then after package.json part, right? So when you are going through a specific organization, and if you want to find in Python also, there are a lot of list of dependencies. You can actually check for, instead of package.json, you have to exchange it with requirements.txt. So once you get that, you will be find a requirement.txt with a lot of version and in text file most of the time. So we have to check for the confused, as I shown, or as I told you in this confused command. Let me make it forward. As you can see, this is the confused dash lpm, npm package.json file. So when we are performing for the Python files, we have to go for confused dash l pip requirements dot txt. So it will check that issue is found or issue is not found, or packages are not available in public package repositories. And when we are going to perform the different attack, or for the Python dependency confusions, we can actually perform the same attack as we did for the npm also. So as soon as we are checking, we have to obviously perform the basic, like we have to install the requirements, Python installment, or default Python version should not be less, or you can say less than 3.10, I will suggest, because when we install, I use a subsystem in my machine. So when I was installing bug bounty tools, it created the less version, which is 2.0.7, something like that for the Python. So you have to remove the default version, and then you have to go for the higher version of the Python. So same attacks you can perform, and you can check for the information. So this is the file for index.js. In Python, there is a bit difference. As I said, if you want more information, actually, you can go for it. And yeah, this is the thing for me. So if you have any questions, you can actually ask to me also. And yeah, thank you, Damcon. Thank you, all of the guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. That was a very inspiring and knowledgeable session. And guys, we are ready for the Q&A round. If you have any doubts, we can start with it. Okay, we got a very first question from Hacker Devils. How you get started with the bug bounty?
So I had another interviews in that I already told that how I started into bug bounty. One of my friend told me that I was doing a half knowledge things where I was doing like performing basic attacks like rate limiting, CSRF, some link hijacking. So then after he said there are multiple platforms like Bugcrowd, HackerOne. Actually, you can try your luck. So when I started in bug bounty, you can say 5 or 6 years back with the professional pen testing career. So when I started, I got duplicates out of scope. Still, I do get duplicates. If you check my Twitter, I do post my failures. Uh, when I performed the thing, after 10 months of duplicates and out of scope, I got my first bounty, which is $150, and I was happy on that. So for those who want to start into a beginner's bug bounty, or those who have want to get information about it, you should start with nowadays, because many people are approaching towards a big bug bounty, and it's a pretty good. So you should start with Portsfigure Academy, and I will suggest that try hack me. I really felt it's a pretty good, so it will be very good. But the thing is, most of the attack you perform on the labs or other things, it's not the similar as on the live website. So once you have the knowledge that you know that how to perform the 2FA bypass vulnerability on the labs, but when you go to the live website, the scenario is not same. So think out of the box. If they're let's suppose for an example they are using a 2FA, and they have a specific JSON context which includes uh, just the keywords like success, verified, this types of thing. So it's a guarantee that you can perform the 2FA bypass or OTP, because you know the how server is sending the response. I do believe RC is better. Yes, CTF will help us for a recon process, or you can say more information or gathering information about your target. But from my side, I never played a CTF. I just played hacker with CTF for getting points to get a private invites, and that was my basic thing which I did.
Thank you, sir. Sir, can you share your LinkedIn profile or any other social media account info so that people can connect to you and they can ask their queries and doubt if required?
So already have the all information. If you just search about my name on Google, you will get the
Yeah,
all
sure,
social
sure,
media and
sure.
all of those
We would
things.
be displaying it and sharing your sir profile link in the stream as well in the chat box, so you guys can connect to him from there. Thank you, sir. It was a great session, and thank you for coming and joining us.
Thank you, guys. You're doing a great job. And I want to tell you one thing. When I was watching the remainder of all of the introduction, I found that your designs and video editing is pretty good. I love the approach of the designing. Best wishes to you, and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Means a lot. And moving on, I would like to take the vote of thanks, honorable speakers, most valued invited guests, and ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose the vote of thanks. And I, on behalf of the Damncon team, extend a very hearty thanks to all the speakers for gracing our event and sharing with us their findings and opinions today. Thank you.
The Bug Crowd platform is the fastest way to access diverse security skills that continuously add value to your organization. First, we'll connect you with solutions that add the most value, like bug bounty, penetration testing, attack surface management, and vulnerability disclosure programs. When you're ready, we'll begin plugging your team into our on-demand cybersecurity workforce. Don't worry, our trust and triage engine will always vet expertise and validate reports, saving you valuable time. With standardized workflows repeatable as you scale, your team can hit the ground running. The platform will help build incentivization frameworks that optimize submissions, while also calibrating and retesting to deliver resilient security outcomes, all while managing the expertise needed for end-to-end execution. Finally, the customer console keeps you in the driver's seat, providing you everything you need to be successful, empowering you to fix faster with integrations that roll directly into your SDLC.